Hello everyone, I'm Kelsie from Cuyahoga Valley National Park, and today we're going to be talking a little bit about dogs. So this is a pop-up that we created specifically for dogs and how they interact in our environment here at our park. They are allowed on our trails here in the park, so we want to make sure we're giving good education to those who are visiting with dogs and without dogs. So our essential theme question for this pop-up is, how do we choose what belongs in an environment? The goal of this pop-up is to make sure visitors are aware of the impact that their dogs and themselves have on the environment that they are exploring, as well as visitors who don't have dogs feel much safer with dogs in the park, knowing that they are respecting the environment as well as keeping those dogs and everyone around them safe. So to start, we're going to start with a nice green dialogic question. What is your favorite animal and where does it live? So we want to start getting people to talk about the environment and thinking of what animals belong in what environment. And we move into our next question that we explore is, which environment are you most comfortable in? So bringing it back to the visitor. Now we have 4 different pictures here. We have a suburban area, we have the park, we have a city area, and we have farms. And then we have these marbles, and those can just place it in what environment they feel most comfortable in. And if we flip this, we want to turn it and kind of focus more on dogs. So talking a little bit about which environment is your dog most comfortable in. Most likely, that environment is going to be the environment that their owner is in. Dogs are most comfortable with their owners because they are domesticated. So moving into when did dogs become domesticated, we have this little diagram, very simple, of kind of explaining the evolution of dogs. The domestication of dogs the domestication of dogs and the gray wolf evolved from a common ancestor between 76,000 years ago, and this kind of talks about how they have a single common ancestor. And we do have coyotes here in our parks, not wolves, so we wanted to show how distantly related they are to coyotes. Next, we have a nice little diagram talking about the benefits of bringing your dog to the park. Exercise for you and the dog, as well as outdoor time, and it can be a very healthy thing to do with your dog. Moving into more dog etiquette. Now, things to look out for. We have this little diagram of pictures, and on the back, if you flip it over, we have the explanation. So this is talking about poisonous plants to dogs, talking about how snake bites can injure dogs, as well as ticks. Now, ticks are a problem in our park. That is why we also have this tick key, so that people know these exist, and this can be something that can help the dog if they do have a tick. And then lastly, we have a picture of a coyote encouraging people to keep their dogs on leash. So that brings us to the bark rules. Now, these bark rules are not only suggestions of etiquette, but also requirements of when people bring their dogs into the park. They always have to pick up their dog poop and throw it away. They need to wear a leash. They need to respect wildlife and know where they can go. Here they can go anywhere in our park besides buildings unless they are service dogs. So we do have a little activity here as well. We have a prop, which is our dog ranger here, and this is our bark pledge. So we have people sign this promising that they are going to follow the bark rules. And then another option is to take a picture with your dog and the pop-up and do a hashtag on Instagram. Lastly, we have an activity for kids. It's make your own dog tag. They have a little yarn and a little dog bone, and they can make their own dog tag and kind of get something to take away from the pop-up. So to reiterate, this is our pop-up on dogs, and we are exploring the essential theme question, how do we choose what belongs in an environment? And the goal of this pop-up is to make sure that the people bringing in dogs respect the park rules, as well as knowing their impact on the environment when they do bring a dog in. And for those who don't have dogs, to know what the park is putting out there and making sure that everyone is respecting the rules. Thank you.